Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Kathleen Karamy, one of BCI's co-founders, and I'm here today with Stephanie Perdue, one of our senior behavior analyst clinicians in New Mexico. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're here today to talk about Best Buddies and the upcoming Friendship Walk in New Mexico. BCI is a proud sponsor of the Best Buddies Friendship Walk in New Mexico, and as part of our mission for building capacity, we feel like it's very important to connect with other organizations in the community and reach out in ways that BCI doesn't. So we're investing in another organization that can benefit the community and some of our consumers as well. So Stephanie, really excited to talk with you and learn a little bit more about the Best Buddies organization.
Yeah, absolutely. So Best Buddies is an international organization and really kind of has four pillars to it. So the four pillars are one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, and inclusive living, which is really a new pillar they've just kind of started in the last, I think, 6 months to a year. And so what Best Buddies does, the heart of it really is the one-to-one friendships. And that's kind of how it was started, was bringing people together with an intellectual disability, with the typical peers and community members, and just really fostering that friendship and inclusion. And so going from there, a lot of times it starts in middle and high school, that friendship. And then once you get a little bit older, they start working on integrated employment. So helping you find a job, doing transitional job skills coaching. They pair up with the schools to get you a job for internships. And then after you graduate from the program, they get you a job in the community. And then they have leadership development. So once you've kind of done your friendships and you've got employment, they really advocate for individuals to be a speaker. They do a lot of public speaking training, and they have their buddies, as they're called, go around and advocate and speak about what it's like to live with an intellectual disability in the society, and really advocate for themselves, for their peers, for integrated employment, and just empowerment in general for their peers and the community for the inclusion aspect. And then they also have this new inclusive living, is where they are having houses where you have people with IDD living together with, again, their typical peers in their own environment. And it's just a collaborative environment, like kind of like a college room or a housemate with all your friends. But some of your housemates have an intellectual disability and maybe need a little bit more support, but they live completely independent with outside support coming in. So those are kind of the four big areas that Best Buddies really works on. And again, their biggest mission is inclusion for all people, and really ensuring that people with IDD have the most opportunities to be as inclusive in their communities as they can. And so they offer those supports free.
What a very important mission and so needed in our community.
Absolutely.
And how did you get involved, Stephanie?
I used to work at a previous ABA company, and my office mate, she was involved on the board, and she had moved from Texas and worked from there. And she's like, "Hey, I'm part of this thing, this Best Buddies group, and I need somebody to help with parking at our next walk. Would you be willing to stand on a curb on Saturday?" And so I agreed. I mean, I'm always free for that. And my parents were in town. And so my parents and I spent a Saturday at this walk, directing traffic and then going to the walk. And we really had no idea what it was about. But then the more I found out about it, the more I was really involved. It was just really great to see this huge community come together and do this fundraising walk to really empower individuals in the group, but also for that awareness. And there were a lot of different sponsors coming together, and a lot of different service providers kind of being there as well, so that communities could come together and say, "Hey, I have jobs that I'm looking for people to hire, or this is a service I provide that might help for you." And just the community just really spotlighting the beautiful thing about New Mexico and Albuquerque and how inclusive it is. And that really just touched me to think, wow, this is something I really would like to do more with. They already had a great network, a great community from all the high schools and middle schools in the area, and adult programs as well.
Excellent. And what is the concept behind the Friendship Walk? How can people get involved if they'd like to?
Yeah, so the Friendship Walk is, as Best Buddies is a nonprofit, they do fundraising every year. And one of the ways they do fundraising is the Friendship Walk, where you can join a team or start your own team. And what you do is you fundraise money with your friends, and then you get together in the community and you celebrate that. This year it is virtual due to COVID, but in years past and in upcoming years, you would get together with your team as a huge group community and you would just do the walk together, where it gives you an opportunity to meet other people, other school members, and really just promote awareness. So what's cool about this year is that it's going to be televised, and I think it's the first time it'll ever be televised. It won't necessarily be a live walk, but it will be, all of us have been sending in videos of us walking with our friends and our pets, and they're going to have shown live, kind of like a telethon for 30 minutes on TV, where people can kind of see the different aspects of Best Buddies, the different services they provide, and see the different participants and all the things that they've learned from it. And so it's a really great opportunity just for awareness and to really promote the inclusion in the community.
How
So if
fun.
you want to get more involved, then you would definitely go to bestbuddies.org /New Mexico /, or you can just Google Best Buddies New Mexico. And there's going to be a link there where you can register and start a team or just donate money or just find out when it is and watch it on TV or Facebook Live or YouTube. There'll be a lot of different opportunities for you to view it.
Excellent. And as a sponsor this year, BCI actually will have a commercial run. Yes, during the walk. So it'll be very fun in future years as we get back out there in person to be able to put a BCI team together as well.
Yeah, I very much look forward to that, being able to do that.
Me as well. In terms of our clients, Stephanie, who might qualify for services in terms of age or demographic, location? And if we have any clinicians supporting clients who might benefit from some of the services and supports offered through Best Buddies, what's the best way to connect to the organization?
Absolutely. So, as you know, not everybody with an autism diagnosis also has an intellectual disability, but some do. And that really kind of is the criteria, is that an intellectual disability. For the one-to-one friendships, I think they take everybody. They have anybody of all abilities get together. And there are chapters at not every, but a lot of middle schools and high schools around New Mexico. I know there's a few in Albuquerque, there's some in Rio Rancho. I know they're starting other ones up in Farmington. They're starting to get ready. And what they have is a list of the different chapters at schools. And if they want information about their participants or their clients not being a part of a school, they could just email me, or they can email Nathan Ryman at Best Buddies. And what we can do is we can let you know if there's a chapter there, and what school it is, who the contact person is. Each chapter is run by a peer and a teacher. And so that's really you can have your client connect with the peer or the teacher, or have the mom or the dad or the guardian help you connect. For integrated employment, that really depends on what school you are enrolled in. So right now, the integrated employment is done through Albuquerque, and it is done through Rio Rancho schools at this point. I don't know if there are other schools right now in New Mexico that have that opportunity, but it's definitely something they're looking to expand. And if you are in high school, they're looking for people who are going to graduate in the next year. You can sign up for that for your transition services, or talk to your IEP specialist again, or just email Best Buddies and they'll let you know if there's a program in your neighborhood. For leadership development, anybody can do that. You can just have the client who's interested in learning about being a speaker or being an advocate. They can just go to the website and sign up. There's trainings for that. They're all on Zoom. And what they'll do is they'll kind of find you opportunities to speak. You can go to national conferences and meet other individuals. So I went to a leadership conference last year, and I'm going this year, and all people. So there's board members who are going, there are community members, teachers, chapter members, buddies themselves. And so they kind of have different groups and seminars for, depending on how you're involved in Best Buddies, to really promote the different aspects. So if you have a client who's interested in that, who'd want to be a speaker or presenter, kind of talk about their experiences, that's a really good opportunity for them to kind of network with others. And the inclusive living right now is only in DC. So again, they just started it. They're piloting it in DC, and I don't believe we have any clients in DC, but it's definitely something just to keep an eye out for. So again, everything should be on the website. There's specific links, but if you really want to know about the chapters, they don't, for the high school, middle school, they don't post those online. That's kind of more of an in-house thing. So you can definitely, again, reach out to me or to Nathan Ryman at Best Buddies New Mexico. His information's on the website, and then we'll connect you with the school chapters that are close to you.
Excellent. You are so knowledgeable, Stephanie. Thank you for walking us through that process. That's great.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And final question is, why do you feel personally that it's important for you to be involved in Best Buddies?
Yeah, so I work in a field with individuals with disabilities, and I feel that I'm very passionate about it at work. And so sometimes our work bleeds into our personal lives as well. And for me, this was very much a jump that was very easy, something I'm very comfortable about. And a lot of times as a clinician, you don't get to be friends with your clients. You don't get to hang out and do fun things. You have to be a professional. And so this gives me an opportunity to use my skills and my awareness and my love for what I do, and do it in the community and find friends. I'm part of an adult group in New Mexico where we Zoom together once a week, once a month, and we just hang out. And it's adults of all abilities. And it's really nice to hang out with people who are my own age. And we just talk. And it gives me more insight also into what their lives are like, what are their challenges, what are their struggles. And it also makes me a better clinician, because when I work with my adult clients or my older clients who also have IDD, it really gives me more thoughts about what I could do for programming, to change their programming, community resources to get them involved as well. So it just kind of rounds it out, where it gives me an opportunity to take what I love as my career and kind of spread it to the community and to those around me as well.
Well, Stephanie, we very much admire the work that you're doing in our communities, and thank you,
Thank you.
for volunteering.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.